Now.
Hey guys, welcome to our monthly call. It's 2017 and we are here with a special speaker here for Fit Ambition. Today it's Trish Blackwell. We are super excited to have her. Just a little quick background on how I met with Trish is actually through one of my other coaches, Elizabeth Brookie. She had mentioned to me about this podcast and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And it was called Courageous Confidence. And well, we all know that we're probably all searching for better confidence. And so I started listening over, I think in March, maybe of last year. And then in April, she kept mentioning that she has some coaching openings. And I was like, I never thought about having like a business coach before. We have all these tools where we can learn and better ourselves, but sometimes it's a little bit different view than having a business coach. So long story short, I had emailed her, but I had missed that time slot of when she had openings. So I continued to listen to her as time went on. And then in August, she said, hey, she reached out to me. She said, I have an opening. Would you want to take me up on it? And I did. So over the last few months, Trish and I have been meeting and chatting about my business and the directions it's going in. And she's just really amazing at coming up with solutions to things, building your confidence, believing in yourself. And so I'm really excited to have her here today. I did want to mention to you guys before we start the call that don't forget Super Saturday or Super Sunday is this weekend, guys. So find out in your area where it's located. You can go into the events in the back office and find that. A lot of bigger cities are having great things going on, and even in the smaller cities, please join in with those coaches because sometimes it can be a little lonely in this business when we're working at home, and it's great to get together with like-minded people. Don't forget the all-access Beachbody On Demand ends February 28th. That special ends February 28th. So utilize it, guys. We have, 2 months to do this. And I know people are loving it right now. And then our Team Cup registration starts January 16th. So start thinking about who you want to have on that Team Cup. So without further ado, Trish, please go ahead. We're excited to hear what you have to say. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sherry. Sherry, it's so fun. One, I don't think I knew how you found me. So that was cool. And so guys, to introduce myself to you, my name is Trish. I am a confidence coach. Sherry, you had almost had it right. I have a podcast called Courageous Confidence. The show is called Confidence on the Go. It's okay. I know and I love you. And here's the deal.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Wait, can we make sure everyone's muted too? I just want to make sure everyone gets muted.
Yeah. So, and I don't think I need to be muted, right?
No. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So guys, one, my full-time business is podcasting, coaching and consulting and business and confidence coaching. I'm a writer. I've written a couple books, but I need you to know as we talk about today's topic, that I'm also involved in network marketing companies. So I very, very, very intimately understand I love what Sherry was saying, how lonely and isolating this business can be, but what ways you can do to step outside of that and surrounding yourself with people is the first place. Getting on these calls is another way to do it, but also vision casting for the year. So we're going to talk today a lot about confidence in your business, because you guys, confidence in your business changes everything. It is so easy to lose sight of where you even want to take your business because you're so busy watching the million people that have a feed on your social media that you're comparing yourself to, and you're noticing how many more likes, how many more comments, or what rank they are. And one thing that Sherry brought to my attention is that I know in this community it can be really overwhelming to be like defining yourself by your rank, and then how devastating, and you feel like you're failing in business if you ever go back in rank. And you know what, it's interesting for me and my company, that just happened to me in December. I didn't go back, but I didn't hit my current rank. And what it does is it presents you guys with a choice. You have a choice to say, I can't do this business. Proof in the pudding. It's that, are you going to turn the volume of that self-doubt up? Or are you going to say, okay, I'm going to turn it down and look at it as an opportunity to assess what did I do differently in my business that I could have done. And there, you guys, the reality of this kind of business is that it's not, when you get in network marketing, people think it's overnight success. And it's not a one and done. And so when you get discouraged, if you get discouraged by 1 month of feeling like you didn't hit your rank or you didn't hit your, Sherry, what do you call them? The no, just say no. What's your list of things that you guys say to say no to? You look at 100 people.
Oh, go for no. Yes, go for no sheets. Yeah.
Whatever. You can go back and look at your tools and say, did I do what I knew I needed to do? But I really want to encourage you, like, it's so easy in this business to look at other people. And you guys, the minute you take your eyes off of your own lane and your own business and you compare yourself and your rank and your value and your paycheck to somebody else is the minute you're taking yourself out of the game of your business. Especially, and so my background as well is, so, is I'm a personal trainer and have been for 10 years. So I love what you guys do because you guys really are committed to do what I'm passionate about, is helping people change their lives through their bodies. And so I want to encourage you to say, anytime that you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling discouraged, if you're thinking about your 2017 goals and going, okay, I want to be a set whatever rank. Think about that rank right now. What is that position that you want to be? I would say, what position of rank do you want to be 6 months from now? And then where do you want to hit in December of 2017? Pick a mid-year goal and an end-year goal. And as you're thinking about that, I need you to visualize yourself there. But then to get there, we're not going to get there by focusing on numbers. And one thing Sherry and I have worked with a lot in this past 6 months of working together is knowing our numbers. So please don't get me wrong by saying knowing your numbers isn't important. It is. Like, I need you to know exactly how many leads you have, how many conversations you're having. I mean, that is a science. That's part of the basics and foundation of the business. But the key to making you go from a regular coach to an extraordinary coach that really succeeds and has a sustainable business is to actually not be discouraged, is to believe that you can do it, is to not define your value and your influence as a business by your paycheck or by what your teammates are doing or what your other coaches are doing. You are in this business to help people. And I think you guys, if we can keep that at the very forefront of your mind, why are you here? Did you help one person feel inspired and encouraged this month? Yeah. Was your paycheck $100 less than you wanted to be? Was it $1,000 less? Was it $1,000 more? I would challenge you this year, as you're really trying to break free from defining yourself by your rank while still striving for rank. So it's kind of a weird, like, kind of relationship we have to have with it. I want you to strive on it and focus on it, but I want you to not define yourself by it. You're defining yourself by what I like to call impact per day. So this is something I used to tell my trainers. I tell people in the fitness industry as well when I speak at Idea World and other events for fitness is, okay, how many people can you impact per day? Like, that was for me, that's motivating, right? It's like, if I can keep saying, and some of those people that you impact, guys, they're going to buy from you. And some of those people aren't. And if you really want to help people, then the reason why you got into this business and you really want to help and serve them and inspire them and lead them, then you're going to love the people who pay you just as much as the people who don't pay you just as much as the people who do. And the people, because you never know, sometimes those people who never buy a program from you, they never buy Shakeology, who never invest, they end up being people who are your greatest referrers. You have no idea that them being on your bandwagon, what they might do for you. So impact per day doesn't necessarily mean how many people are actually involved in this challenge, how many people are showing up to my sneak peek, but impact per day. How many people are you really impacting per day? That for me, and I think the other thing I think you need to really key to remember when you're thinking about, gosh, how do I prove, like, we're looking forecasting, right, to 2017, and you're thinking, how can I reach these goals, but I want to anticipate what my hurdles are. And I'll tell you guys the number one hurdle, and I work with people in all businesses, and I work with the highest achievers. Like, these are, you know what I mean, like really high level people, and we all have the same problem. We get in our own way. Like, we self-doubt, right? So I want you to anticipate, and we self-doubt because we think, we get moments of discouragement and we think, oh man, I shouldn't feel discouraged. I thought I was better than that. And I want you to know that discouragement and self-doubt is, like, every single person experiences that. I think when you know that it's not unique to you, that you can stop throwing yourself a pity party over it. You know, I think sometimes in network marketing, and I've seen it and I've done it, and Sherry and I've talked about it, like, you throw a pity party, that's fine. You're entitled to a 2-minute pity party. You know, if you busted your butt and you worked hard and you tried to promo, or you did something different and, like, you know, you just got a bunch of no's, like, yeah, that stinks. Like, it's okay to be discouraged. It's okay to say, man, that I tried really hard. It should have worked. Why didn't it work? Then go assess. You can be sad for 2 minutes, but don't carry that on. So anticipate that discouragement happens, but don't be surprised when it does. I think when we get discouraged, like we're surprised, how did I lose my rank? Or surprised, what happened? What am I doing wrong? Rather than be surprised, just say, this is part of the hump. And so what are you going to do with it? Are you going to step up and say, for that, every discouragement, I'm going to take 3 extra action steps to proactively push past this barrier. One of the things I talked about in this in my most recent podcast was called set points. And you guys, I really believe, because I'm really talking to my community right now about goal setting, and I really believe that we can only achieve in life what you actually believe is possible to start. So but then especially with weight loss, which is so interesting. This should help you with your clients, but I also want you to think about this from a business perspective for you, is that as you think about what is possible, like somebody that wants to lose weight, that says they want to lose 50 pounds, but they really want to lose 75 pounds. They're never going to hit that 75 pounds because they've created their set point to be 50 because they're afraid of that real goal, right? Everybody's almost like that's that state of like almost homeostasis of like, you're always going to have that set point. We actually can change what our set point is if we train our minds to. So I would challenge that for you, for a way to encourage your clients and people you inspire, but also for you and you're planning your business. Like if you've struggled with team building and recruiting coaches that don't want to just be hobby coaches that want to do the business, your set point needs to be not that recruiting is hard, but that you just haven't recruited the right people yet. You're getting the right people on the bus. I know a lot of people get stuck and you think, well, what if my recruiting goal was blank last year and only hit half of it? So who's to say that I'm going to be able to do it this year? Well, I think you got to change that set point. You got to change that set point and also realize and remember that you've got different tools, you've got different strategies, and you've got different experiences that you've learned from. So create a set point. I would encourage you all to set a variety of goals here. One, we already mentioned, I think a 6-month rank goal. Like where do you want to be rank wise in July of 2017 and then December of 2017. If rank doesn't motivate you, sometimes rank doesn't, but if it's a financial goal, I would also create a financial goal. What do you want per week or per month? July 2017 and then December 2017. And break it backwards. Figure out how many teammates you need to get to that point. So the third goal I would recommend is, all right, how many total downline immediate level 1 recruits are you going to get in 2017? Is it going to be 30? Is it 25? Is it 100? Is it 12? And break it down to, does that mean 1 person per month? And when I say recruits too, I would say, we can all get hobbyists on board, but we know that to build our business, we need business-minded people. We need people who want to help and inspire people, not just people that want their own discount on their Shakeology, but people who want to help inspire other people, feel great about their bodies and find health and wellness in a way that you have, right? So be really specific about who you want to target. And those are the people you're going to set your goal on. So then obviously then growing to the next level as well is going with, okay, so if I've got, let's just go I'm going to go real low here. If you just say, I want 1 new business-minded coach per month who's committed and on fire, then your next goal might be like, okay, how many downline are you going to have in addition to that? Is it 2 or 3 in addition per month? Because you're going to be coaching that person and those people below you to have the courage and confidence to keep growing their business as well. And because at the end of the day, what I've watched and learned from studying people in network marketing is it's not that the people at the top are not doing anything special. They literally are doing the same thing that everyone else is doing, but they're doing it with more confidence, more courage, and more consistency. And that is it. So sometimes it can be overwhelming, and Sherry and I have talked about this. It's overwhelming. You think, what, am I just not meant to do this? Like, why is nobody saying yes to me? Or you can get in these, or why can't I motivate so-and-so? You can't force a horse to drink water. First off, we've got to let the people who want to be hobbyists and focus where we want our attention to be. But I think it's really encouraging, especially when you're looking at someone's rank, rather than compare yourself and feel bad about it, be inspired and go, look, watch what they're doing, study what they're doing. Success leaves results. Look at the way they're writing their copy in their Facebook posts. Like, how are they saying things? Are they posting from their business page? Are they promoting their post? How often are they doing videos? How often are they inviting people in? How often you watch and study, and then notice that they are successful simply because they have the courage and the confidence to keep showing up. There's nothing else special or unique that they're doing. And Sherry and I have talked about this, I think really having the courage to share your story. right? Like and share like, hey, I'm busy and I needed an option to be able to work out at home anytime I want it. And, or this, our nutrition products have helped change my life and revolutionize my nutrition and improve my relationship with food. I mean, tell your story so that you are different from every other Beachbody coach that's out there. I thought for Sherry, it's fascinating. Division I athlete who used to work out 4 hours a day, that guess what, doing a quarter force or hopping in a video and doing 20 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes is just as enough. I mean, that says volumes, guys. Speak to your people and share your story. I think that's really, really going to help. But I think the biggest thing, as you lay your goals out and as you set up to really believe that you can achieve them, I want you to really dig deep and remember, who is it that you are helping? Why did you get in this business in the first place? For me as a personal trainer, I used to do this. I used to manage 50 trainers at a time at a large facility, and I would have the same conversation with my trainers. And because it was a lot about sales, so it's similar kind of structure. And when you can go back to realizing that these people that you are here to help need you more than you need them, then you'd never come off icky or salesy. And that's why this business sometimes gets a bad name, is because people feel like it's too pushy or you're icky or like all they care. When you help people realize that you really just care about them. They don't ever have to buy from you. You just care about them. You'd love to help them. You treat your customers and your clients like gold. And so of course you'd love to have them, but you're there to encourage and inspire whether or not they get involved with Beachbody. When you can take the pressure off of that and you're not putting pressure on yourself to hit Success Club or whatever your specific goal. Now, there are things you should be focusing on, but I want on a daily basis to show up with courage and confidence by saying, I'm here because I want to help people like me. Like for me, my personal drive as a personal trainer, and I helped, sell millions of dollars of personal training, was my dad was obese growing up and he still is overweight. So I grew up with a father who was 100 pounds overweight, never rode a bicycle with us, and I was jealous of the other kids. And then I grew up as an elite athlete, and I had an eating disorder that I hid from the world for 10 years. And so when I would be discouraged in my personal training sales, I'd have to go back and go, no, I'm here to help people like my dad, and I'm here to help people like me. And you go back to those avatars of like, why am I passionate about health and fitness? Like why? Because you guys, there are going to be moments you're discouraged. There's going to be moments when you pour your heart and soul into a promotion or a post, and then you're like, it just falls on deaf ears. And then it can be really discouraging. In those moments, I need you to go back to your why. I need you to go back to remembering, what is that one person, like I can remember very specific people in my life who said one or two sentences to me on a whim, right? That changed my life, that encouraged me, that made me feel like I had hope, and go back to those moments and go, I'm doing that for people. And whether or not it's showing or not, you got to show up and know that you're showing up for those people, and encourage your coaches to do the same. That's how you're going to inspire people. When you guys are so authentic about your desire to help people, people will throw money at you. That's the bottom line. People don't want to buy. People don't want to be sold to, but they want to buy from somebody who cares. And so when you can express how much you care and why you're really passionate about fitness, and be honest and real about your struggle. One of the reasons my podcast show has been so successful in growing my business is, Sherry will tell you, I'm real, you guys. Like I tell you when I'm struggling. I tell you when I'm fighting and training my own mindset, and that it's so easy to try to put together this, like, and Sherry and I have talked about this, I look perfect, my family's perfect, my fitness is perfect. It's always easy to do my meal planning. Like, that is not relatable. Like, nobody wants that, right? So be real, show the real side. Like, I think I just can't express it enough. I want you to have the courage and the confidence to show up, to contribute to the people that you feel called to. Not everyone's going to want to be inspired by you, and that's okay. So I think we've wasted a lot of emotional time, and a lot of times in this business, we waste a lot of emotion worrying about the people who don't buy from us. Well, let them buy from someone else. That's okay. Like it's an abundance mindset too. There are so many people out there. All you need to do is drive to Walmart and walk around and remind yourself that there are more than enough people here in the United States of America that need our help. There are more than enough. And what you guys offer with Beachbody is one of the most affordable ways for them to get real, honest, actual help and support. So keep that in mind. I think that's really important, and let go of the people who are naysayers or who aren't supporting, or who you like have your eye on and you keep following up, but they're just saying, they're like, it's just, I can't, let them go. Stop wasting your emotional energy on the wrong people and focus on the people who need your help. You know, your energy is your most valuable resource. And the reason that people are successful in this business is they show up with the right amount of energy for the right time. So use that energy wisely. Use it to, and the same thing, if you're thinking about leadership for your team, your downline, don't waste your energy on the people who are going to suck it dry and say that they're going to do something. You can learn a lot when someone shows up and says, yes, I want to succeed, I want to do the business. And then you give them action steps as their coach and their mentor, and then they don't do them. That's the first sign to you, your first red flag, that they need to earn your time, right? So do it, give them grace the first time, give them another opportunity, and then have an honest heart to heart and say, listen, it looks like you're not serious about this business. My mentorship time for building for my coaches is really for the people who are serious. And I call people out, because we all need to be called out on, hey, like, I love doing this because people need to hear it. Hey, I noticed that you don't do what you say you're going to do. I just had that conversation with one of my downlines, and she's mortified, and she's like, Trish, no one has ever told me that. Thank you for telling me the truth. I don't like that about myself. I need to change it. So we owe people the truth. And you know what you're doing with Beachbody? You're telling people the truth about health and fitness. Hey, you can't just take a pill. Yes, you do need to show up every day. Yes, you need to increase your protein. You need antioxidants. You need to show up, and you don't have to go to the gym. You can do it from anywhere on demand. There's no excuse. You're telling people the truth. And that, yes, you need accountability. I'd love to say you can do it on your own, but we all need a coach. So just think about that when you're telling people, like, my job is to tell you the truth. And tell that to your coaches as well. And I think if you do that, and as you're recruiting this year and building your team, when you tell people the truth about your experience with the business and say, listen, like, I'm here 100% for anybody that wants to grow this, and you can grow this into something amazing. So, and the truth is, if you want to inspire and help people, like, this is the place for you. And remember, at the end of the day, you walk away knowing that they need your help more than you need theirs. So don't be, anytime you're frantic or scarcity minded that you need whatever many challenge packs or new coaches or whatever you need, if you ever come from I need standpoint, you are already going to set yourself up to fail almost automatically. Remind yourself you are there to serve, inspire, and love people. And if you put that first, that is going to come back tenfold. So we have, I don't even know if I followed my notes. Hold on. We talked about pity parties. Yeah, I think I got my notes without even realizing. I didn't even follow. So I do have a couple minutes if you guys want to have any questions or anything specific that I haven't covered.
Trish, I love everything that you say always. I think it's really cool too, because and this is a tidbit that Trish, she's already kind of mentioned, but there's so many amazing coaches in Beachbody, but Trish kind of helped me narrow in. She's like, Sherry, you can follow tons of coaches, but what happened to me is I was starting to compare myself. I was like, oh my gosh, there's this coach is doing this and this coach is doing that. And what she told me is to hone in on maybe 2 or 3, that really align with who I am. And so that's one thing that, I don't know if you want to hit on anything like that, but that's helped me a lot, because I've chosen 3 coaches right now that I really like, and for different reasons. One is really good with social media. One is actually our top coach of the year, Melanie Mitro, and then another one is faith-based. And so I've chosen those to be a little bit more well-rounded. So that's something too.
Sherry, thank you for that. That is a great idea, because if you overwhelm yourself, because we've had conversations where Sherry said, my whole newsfeed is Beachbody. And I asked her, I'm like, so which makes you hesitant to post? But I need you guys to know that I know 1 million people in Beachbody. And we actually sat on the phone, and I'm like, and I'm friends with a lot of the top 100 coaches. And I was like, let me show you my newsfeed. I got nothing. There's a post from you. That's it. So remind yourself that you're in this bubble where it's all Beachbody. And so unfollowing making yourself not unfriending, but unfollowing a lot of those posts will help you. Obviously, you want to not unfollow your teammates' posts and your coaches' posts so that you can encourage and interact. But it really is strategic, and it's really helpful to go, I want to follow and study the success of these other people, because success leaves clues. When I learned that, I went, oh, it's not copying. It's emulating. It's learning from. It's putting it into practice. Yeah, great point, Sherry. Any other questions? Yeah, Kim.
Oh, yeah. Well, it hasn't been recent, but in the last year or so, I've been primarily all on my like page. What do you suggest?
All on your like page? Sherry and I were just talking about this week. 100% like page, because first off, with Facebook policies, you are not allowed. It's not worth risking losing your brand on over posting on your personal page, because they could revoke you at any time because you're not allowed to sell on that. But the like page has so much, and the reason people don't want to do like page because it's hard to get interaction. But the interaction you're getting on your personal page isn't from people who are actually going to buy from you anyways. You know, it's friends it's your mom and dad. They're like, yeah, we like it. Like, they're going to like your like page anyways. But it's a big difference to do on your business page. Somebody who has been amazing for me watching her business grow and doing like page network marketing through Facebook business pages is Sandy Krakowski. She's a little kooky. I'm in her inner circle though. She's amazing. So just prepare yourself. She's like in her 50s, has pink hair, but brilliant, $20 million business. And she will go like lectures for hours on this topic. And I've watched her statistically speaking and watched the numbers and scenarios. It's like, yeah, 100%. So your biggest challenge is to get your coaches to agree and believe with you in that. So, but that's going to be a process. And it's just a strategy. It's interacting. It's actually interacting with people, right? So her name is Sandi. It's Krakowski. Sandy Krakowski. Yeah. Really great.
The other thing too that we were talking about along with the like pages is, and Trish has told me, I mean, you guys have seen videos on my page before, but the big thing is the like page live videos. And my goal is, she's got me as a goal twice a week. But now that I've been doing it, I'm getting more ideas and only 5 minutes. So I don't know if you want to hit on that too with the like, because she brought up the like page.
Yeah, you guys, videos, I would say don't overthink your videos. The more real you are, the better. And I would say 5 minutes is going to be your max. 2 minutes can be really effective. I've started doing on my business Facebook page, which you guys can find it, Trish Blackwell Fitness. I've been doing a hashtag 2 minutes with Trish. And that helps me because I'm extremely chatty. Like my business is talking, right? Like I have a podcast show. So when I'm hashtagging 2 minutes with Trish, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this out. Only 2 minutes. But I have a 2-year-old. Like, this is perfect. I get my Facebook Live when I'm like, oh, she's still napping. Okay, it's not a big commitment. No excuses, Trish. 2 minutes with Trish, do it. So that's been helpful. And it also helps people go, I have 2 minutes to watch this. No big deal. You know, so sometimes if something's too long, people don't want to get involved. But I would set up a schedule and just say, make a commitment to yourself. Tuesday, Thursdays, I'm going live. Monday, Wednesdays, whatever, you know what I mean? And do a time that works for you, and then you can always promote it more. I'm promoting some of my video posts, you guys. It's costing me 1 cent per impression. So I'm getting like one of my views on my page right now has 49. One of my videos, it's 2 minutes with Trish video, has 49,000 views, but and I promoted it, but I probably spent $30 promoting it, and I've gotten that many views, and therefore that many people who, after seeing me for 2 minutes, now are liking my page, or interacting, or buying my products, are more involved. So it's crazy what a video can do, and converting and paying to promote and sponsor a post that's a video is actually one of the most effective ways to do some of your Facebook ads.
I have a question. Where do you learn your like page training? Do you do it yourself, or how do you do it?
Sandy Krakowski.
Oh, Sandy. Okay.
Yeah. So I learned a lot before from Amy Porterfield. And then I'll be honest with you, I took about a year where I was like, Facebook doesn't matter. And it's been since November that I've been following Sandy Krakowski, and it's revolutionized the way I'm thinking. I'm probably hundreds of thousands of dollars out in my business for not having found her sooner.
So did you pay for a training that she did, or is it just following her on Facebook?
I started following her on Facebook. She has a free video series that I forget how I accessed it. I saw her on a Facebook ad. And then I'm paying for, it's $97 a month for her inner circle, where you get open video coaching with her once a month, and you get access to all of her previous coaching calls. I mean, it's fantastic. Like it's fantastic. I've even told some of my coaching clients, once you only meet with me once a month, I'm like, I would rather you not pay me. I'd rather you just enroll in her thing.
Wow. Okay.
It's been that valuable to me. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't get a referral. I don't get any money for telling you that. But yeah, it's been that helpful and inspiring. And what was also helpful with her was, she says, like, cool, you put a Facebook ad, like, it doesn't work. Great, tweak it. You haven't tried until you've tweaked it and changed it 5 times. You know, before I would have thought, I'm doing something wrong. You know, must be, I can't do this. No, she's like, that's whole part. The people who say they have a strategy are full of it because there's no real strategy. You have to just keep tweaking. That's encouraging.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Trish, what is your like page in the websites everyone can?
So thank you, Sherry. My Facebook like page is Trish Blackwell. Facebook.com/Trish Blackwell Fitness, and then my website is just trishblackwell.com. And then I have a new really cool resource that's going to be coming out. So if you guys just get on my email list, if you go to my website and then get on my email list, you'll hear about my College of Confidence, which is coming out, should be enrolling next week. And it's basically going to be a membership-based way and site and resource for people to have more courage, confidence, and contribution in 2017. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. Any other questions? I got about 5 more minutes. Turns out, Sherry, my husband is home today, so I have an extra couple minutes today.
No, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to get on with us, because I don't know if you saw me, but I was looking at your eyes the whole time. So.
No, because it makes me feel like sometimes I've done Zoom and I'm like, no, people are walking around. So I appreciated that. Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad, because it's just so funny that we came into 2017 and, you know, everyone gets so revved up and excited. And there's been probably about a handful of us this week that ranks changed. Success Club wasn't hit after people have been doing it for a year, 2 years. And, it just kind of, it just hits you. Like all of a sudden you're like, I worked so hard and now I feel like it's all unraveling. Yeah. And so it's like, I know a bunch of us were just like, what the heck? This is not the way I want to start 2017.
Right. Well, you know what? As we close, if I could, I would love to hear a biggest takeaway or biggest thing you'll remember from everybody, if anybody could share. Biggest takeaway from some of the stuff we talked about today.
Just to stop wasting your time on the people that don't want to do anything with you. It's like you're chasing them and following up, and they're like running away. And quit wasting your time. The abundance mindset.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Good. Beth, do you have a takeaway?
I have like 5, but
that's awesome. Yeah.
I really like just the impact per day. To ask yourself, how many people you can impact, and if you do that, the rest will just follow.
Yep. Awesome. I know Stacy looks like she's driving, so I don't know if you can unmute. So it's okay.
I am driving, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
This was awesome.
And
I was, I think for me it was also, I have to ditto Kim and I've heard it before, but to hear it, and some of the stuff that I've been messing my head with lately is that, it's the whole, maybe I'm not cut out for this thing. Maybe it's just, cause I think for me, I can't get myself together.
Right.
And so then I feel guilty about where do I think that I have the right to go out and try and, I don't know, help other people.
You just gotta be one step ahead of them. That's all, one step.
Yeah. And so that's why I think I got to go back to who I was, 2 years ago before I even ventured on it.
I love it.
And try and regroup. So that's kind of where I'm at. But it was great just kind of getting some reminders from me today. So awesome. Great job.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And do we have anybody else?
I think for me, it's, well, like you said, a couple things, but I think that it is just that it is my job to tell people the truth.
Yeah.
I liked how you said that, because, and sometimes I've pigeonholed myself and that, okay, I just need to talk about working out and fitness, where I just realized there's this huge realm of health and wellness. I don't need to just do a video on a workout move or a recipe. It could be a healthy restaurant I went to, or it could be like the essential oils, or it could be a pan I'm using, or whatever. It's like, I realize that there's so much more to our business, and that's what people are going to be attracted to, because we're just educating and sharing. And I don't want to pigeonhole myself anymore.
Yep, exactly. Love it. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to when you talked about like growing, like your story.
Yeah.
And sharing, and I know a couple of things with my story kind of have to do with, say, my parents and Like my grandma, I was kind of a caretaker all my life of these types of people. And that really is my kind of big, I haven't really brought that out there. And I think why is because I get a little scared that how did you deal with kind of feeling like, oh, what if I hurt my dad's feelings? Or what if I, how did you deal with some of that?
That's a great question, because I also, my first book, a lot of that came out too, and I had to have really serious conversations with my parents. Well, first and foremost, I had to remember that this is a story that was given to me not to keep, but to share. Secondly, honoring the people that I love in the process of saying, like, I think for you, if you've been a caretaker and telling the story of, because of circumstantial needs for my family, I struggled to have time for myself. And so that was a struggle of mine. And of course, family's first and a priority. But what I learned in the process of doing that is when you put yourself last, your health suffers as well. And then there you are, you're just as needy as somebody else that needs to be taken. So you're not putting the blame on them, but you're saying, I bought into almost the victimhood of saying, I have to be here and I have to put myself last. And you can share with people, you guys, I know you're busy. You have a perfect story for people who are super, super busy, because nobody's so busy that they can't work out. And to encourage people to say, change the word busy to the word full. Your life is very full, but it's never too full for you to take care of yourself. And I learned that the hard way. I needed to care for my family. That was a primary thing, but I suffered as a result, and I've learned since to change that. So you can say it in you can kind of dance around it while still telling the story and saying, circumstances are circumstances. I had to do what I needed to do.
Right.
I couldn't change my dad.
Right.
I tried. Good Lord, did I try.
Good Lord, I'm trying.
When you say, look, then you learn to love people where they are. But yeah, I think that's a great part of your story. You can do it while still honoring them.
Awesome. Thank you for that insight.
Great question.
Absolutely.
One last thing, Trish, I know you probably have to go in a minute, but what is some advice on, getting through that gut reaction when you do get a no? Or you do have several no's, and maybe that first no might not bother you, but maybe the 20th no, you're still going to do you have any a process or something that even you go through or say to yourself?
I just say, cool, 2 more, and then I'll probably have a yes. Yeah, I got to play the mind game. I got to but I can't just think it. I have to say it out loud. I have to be like, cool, okay, well, that sucks. I admit, I say that sucks. That person's stupid. I had somebody say no to my business, which is perfect for her. And then she started with another company, which is 4 times larger. Anyways, and she did it with, everything she did was idiotic. And then she's playing, you know what I mean? And you can look for that side. Here's what I said. I wouldn't have wanted somebody like that on my team anyways. I dodged a bullet. I'm still kind of annoyed about it, but I dodged a bullet, and that's a no. And here's the thing. It's like having those conversations. I have the courage to follow through and make people say yes or no. That's what you can pride yourself on. I got a no, which stinks, but at least I didn't get a crickets. I'm going to be consistent until someone says no. And I can just say, listen, I'm happy to stop talking about this. Just tell me to buzz off, because I love you as a person. I just think you'd love this business, and just say, I won't ever talk to you about it again. Just tell me yes or no. Have the courage to talk to people about it. And then that way, when I every no I get, I'm like, at least I am building my courage. Courage is something we build. And I can never be discouraged or disappointed with myself at night when I go to bed about my business and go, were you courageous today? Did you show up today? And did you try to serve and help people and invite people into an opportunity? And that's it. I think it's pride yourself on the no's, because they are increasing your capacity as a leader. Because it's teaching you how to not personalize it, right? The reason people fail in this business is we go boo-hoo, we feel sorry for ourselves, we personalize rejection, and then we plummet. So if you can learn every time you say no, and every time you succeed at not personalizing it, that is celebration. That should be just as something worthy of celebrating as getting that person to commit. So training your reaction is huge. Yeah. So guys, I do have to run. My email, by the way, if anybody wants to send me a hello, I would love to hear from you. Trish@trishblackwell.com. It's super easy. Confidence on the Go is the podcast. I see you typing that in, Sherry. Thank you. And I'll see you guys. Anything else, Sherry?
I think that's it, girl. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
I love to drink ginger ale and lay down on the couch.
Okay. I hope you feel better. Thank you for taking this time for us.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you guys for joining today. Bye.